Good afternoon and welcome to Take Your Life Back with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to talk about drugs. In general, drugs that are sold on the street. And what brought this to my attention is my wife and my producer and I went to New York City yesterday. And we're going back tomorrow again for a couple gifts, Christmas shopping, and yesterday for graduation for someone. And the amount of alcohol and drugs that are being exchanged on the streets of New York City are overwhelmingly. And I talked to my wife on the train back yesterday from the city, and she said, maybe we should do something like this. And, I was hoping to videotape some of this yesterday. However, due to time and my battery life expand on my cell phone, it didn't work out that way. However, we are going back tomorrow, and maybe I can do a follow-up with a videotape. But for today, we are going to talk about the street value of some of these drugs and the top 10 drugs available, unfortunately, on the streets of New York. But first, like I've promised now for the last 30 for the next 31 shows, this being show number 10 since my commitment, I had said I would follow Joel Osteen and his 31 promises through the lifetime. So today is show 10 since I made this commitment. And today, my declaration to you folks as listeners, as my my dedicated listeners, this is dedication number 10. I declare that God will accelerate His life plan for my life as I put my trust in Him. I will accomplish my dreams faster than I thought possible. It will not take years to overcome any obstacle, to get out of debt, or to meet the right person. And of course, everybody knows that I have met the right person many, many years ago. God is doing things faster than before. He will give me victory sooner than I think. He has blessings that will thrust me years ahead, and I hope not by age, but by wisdom. This, folks, is my 10th declaration for my 10th show out of the 31 declarations that I had said that I would do my next 31 shows. I would like to read it one more time, slower. I declare that God will accelerate His plan for my life as I put my trust in Him. I thought I will accomplish my dreams faster than I thought would be possible. It will not take years to overcome debt, meet the right person, or any other situation. God is doing things faster than before. He will give me victory sooner than I thought. He has blessings that will thrust me years ahead. This is my declaration number 10 for the 10th show out of 31 shows with 21 remaining of my 31 declarations. I want to give a shout out to a good, dear, not only friend but mentor that you folks had the opportunity to listen to the other day when I had a live interview via telephone, with his wisdom and his unbelievable experience of 30 years in the addiction recovery field. I hope you enjoyed that interview. Every time I speak to him, it's a learning process for me. Again, he is my mentor. He was my professor, although he says he's not a professor because he doesn't profess to anything. But he has the wisdom and the leadership, and he has given me hope in this field of addiction recovery coaching. I want you to look him up on www.startingpointmn.com. That's StartingPointMN.com, and the MN is for Minnesota. I want you to call him at 844-414-8444. He has now 3 sides to his business that he had informed us during the interview. The first side is identically to what I do, which is addiction recovery coaching. Him and I will walk with you from addiction to recovery, only concentrating on tomorrow, concentrating on today, and never, ever bring up the past. We are not counselors or therapists. What we are is hope for today and tomorrow. What we are is the sunshine for today, not the negativity from yesterday. That is what Dr. Luis Gonzalez and I do. On another side of his business, he can turn you into a coach like me, an addiction recovery coach. He has a well-formed educational program at startingpointmn.com that will benefit you and will help you become an addiction recovery coach. He also has now through the courts the anger management, where the courts will send him juveniles, other clientele, to help them with their anger management through Dr. Gonzalez's experience, through his wisdom. Call him 844-414-844 and let him help you. To reach me, you can call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back. You can email me at clearreform@yahoo. That's CLEARREFORM @yahoo.com. You can text me 24/7 at 631-599-0218. Folks, I came up with this thought in my mind of what I exactly do on a daily basis. For you, the listener, for you, the addiction, the person with addiction. And I come across to have the answer for addiction recovery through programs and spirituality. And I said, how can I bring the programs and the spirituality together into my videos, into my show? So I said to myself, to reach you is to teach you. And with my videos, to reach is to preach. To reach is to teach, and to reach is to preach. I want to teach you my methods of recovery, addiction recovery. I want to teach you all the things, all the programs that are out and available to help you take your life back. Yet on the other hand, because I know deep down inside, and the majority of people in my industry will agree, that you cannot fight any addiction without the guidance and direction of your higher power, in my case, God. For an example, when I do my 31 declarations, being 10 today, I am to reach with the power of preaching. It is my verses from the Bible, my declarations from Joel Osteen, or wherever I get my spiritual guidance from as far as sharing it with you. It is to reach you with some of my preaching, because addiction recovery and God have to come together for you to take your life back. So my slogan I came up with is to reach, to teach, and to reach, to preach. That, folks, is something to shoot for, because my teachings have helped me 150% consistently and constantly. And as a soldier in the war of addiction, I am a soldier of God. And it is my pleasure and my duty to inform you that you need to include your higher power to beat your addiction, to live with your addiction. Because if you don't ask for guidance and direction, you'll be at the same spot you're in right now, or have been. Remember, your life wouldn't have crumbled and falling apart if you had full control, and you don't. Even without addiction, there is not one human who has full control of their life. So let me reach and teach, and continuously reach and preach. Let's jump into this New York City drug-infested environment where drugs are being exchanged for money. Drugs are being exchanged for many other things, but mainly for money. And there are 10 really bad drugs that are out there. And hopefully tomorrow, when my wife, the producer, and I go to New York City, I can take a video and actually show you, teach you of what I visually see, what I saw yesterday. Prescription drug abuse, now the fastest growing drug problem in the country, has created a ballooning street market for highly addictive pain relief, anxiety, and depression drugs. Given money involved, it's not a wonder. Anytime money is involved, you'll either see violence, corruption, or any other criminal activity. Here's a sampling on the street prices for a single tablet of some of the commonly most commonly trafficking drugs compared to the retail prices. In other words, what possibly a CVS or Walgreens or Rite Aid might charge per pill, this is what you might have to pay on the streets. Hopefully, you won't ever be tempted to do so. Oxycodone, they go for $50 to $80 on the street per pill compared to $6 sold legally at your local pharmacy. $50 to $80 per pill compared to $6. That was Oxycontin. Oxycodone is $12 to $40 per pill compared to $6 value in your local pharmacy. Hydrocodone, $5 to $20 per pill again, compared to $1.50 at your local pharmacy. Percocet, $10 to $15 value on the streets compared to $6 at your local pharmacy. Vicodin, $5 to $25 street value compared to $1.50 at your local pharmacy. Those street prices were gleaned from the latest data put out by the federal law enforcement agencies and the retail prices from the pharmacychecker.com website. Your family's health costs, as it is typically in illegal drug sales, demand is driving the business. Prescription drug abuse is spreading nationwide, but is particularly rampant in cities like Los Angeles, Miami, Chicago, and New York State, or New York City mostly. These states were compiled by the federal government as the most high sold prescription drugs on the street states in the country. For decades, marijuana was the gateway drug for the first-time drug abusers in the United States. But 2 years ago, prescription drugs won the dubious distinction, according to Rusty Payne, a spokesman for the Drug Enforcement Agency, otherwise known as the DEA. It is a significant shift in trend, Payne said. In 2009, there were 7 million Americans abusing prescription pain and anxiety drugs, up 13% from the prior year. This was based on 2009. According to the most recent data from the DEA, the agency expects 2010, 11, and 12 to show more than double-digit increases. You can tell that this article is a little old. In Los Angeles, 80 milligram Oxycontin is the most popular drug on the street with addicts. A single pill can fetch up to $80, said Sergeant Stephen Opferman in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. We are rounding up so much prescription medication off the street, Opferman said. Prescription drugs leak out into the street in a number of ways. In some cases, thieves steal legitimate shipments, or doctors write false prescriptions that dealers fill and then sell as contraband. Medicare fraud is another route, according to Opperman, who has been battling illegal drug sales for more than 21 years. Traffickers recruit Medicare beneficiaries who are willing to sell their monthly drug supplies for cash. The illegal activity costs Medicare billions of dollars per year. Opferman said the most troubling trend among drug abusers in Los Angeles, Opferman said, is growing number of young teens that abuse prescription drugs that will just about pay, or steal to get these drugs. The kids think that these drugs must be safer than heroin because their parents take them to the legal medicine cabinet at home. Goes back down to the role modelship, which we're going to talk about. They hold what they call Skittles parties, where they try to sell sleeping pills, anxiety pills, and pain medicine at their parties. Me growing up, it would be hats, whistles, balloons. Now, you have sleeping pills, anxiety pills, pain medication. These are the 10 most popular drugs on the streets of Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and Miami. Hypothetically, I'm going to use New York as an example. I'm going to count down Number 10, K2 or spice. Number 9, crack cocaine. Number 8, Molly plant food, the ecstasy pill. Number 7, NRG 1. Number 6, Woonga. Number 5, prescription drugs. Number 4, bath salts. Number 3, cheese black tar heroin. Number 2, crystal methane. And number 1 on the streets is called crocodile or crocodile. These are the top 10 sold on the streets of New York, Chicago, Miami, and Los Angeles. For as high as $50 to $80 for a pill of Oxycontin. $12 to $40 a pill for oxycodone. $5 to $20 of hydrocodone per pill. Percocet, $10 to $15 per pill. And Vicodin, $5 to $25 per pill. This is what we have to help our children, educate them. Use my method of reach and teach, reach and preach. It starts at your home, folks. It starts with you and your partner. It starts on how you two set the example. Pour the foundation of your home to be sturdy enough to grow a family on. You cannot ever do these 4 things in your home without suffering the consequences of your children copying what you do. If you smoke, they're going to smoke. If you drink in your home, they're going to drink. If you use profanity in your home, that's exactly what they're going to do. And if you physically abuse your partner or anyone else in your home, that's what your children will follow to do, because they have the attitude and the mentality of monkey see, monkey do. Why is the most commonly used drug pill out there, used by these youngsters as being painkillers? Because the youngsters stated, because my parents take it, it must be okay. No. Get rid of any addictive medication in your medicine cabinet. Get rid of the alcohol in your home and then the tobacco in your home, and get rid of the lousy, trash mouth profanity languages that are being exchanged within your home. And if you physically abuse anyone, seek help immediately. And if you're the victim of physical abuse, seek the authorities. It is better to have your loved one taken out in handcuffs, to seek help, get help, and return to you, than have the authorities being called to come to your home to remove your body in a body bag. Those are the 4 things you need to eliminate to be a good role model. These are the 4 things you need to add to be a good role model. You need to add respect. In order to get respect, you have to give respect. You need to add love into your home. Without love, it is an empty shell. You need to show compassion in your home and emotion. Your kids have a stressful life, not only within their school systems, but within their peer environment. Let home become home base. Do you remember growing up playing a game, and when you touched home base, you were in neutral territory? No one could touch you then. Let your home become home base of the game of life. When your children are home, let them feel at ease to show any compassion, emotion, and love and respect without any repercussions from you. I have always said to our children that no matter what you have done, no matter what, come to mommy and me first so we can come up with an action plan to help you. Do not let it get to a point where the authorities have to come and tell us what you have done. Let home be home base, like the game when we grew up, folks. Do exactly what I just said. Reach and teach. Reach and preach, and that applies to your children. It applies to yourselves, and it applies to me in my own personal life, as well as it applies to me in my showbiz life. I am here in front of this camera daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly to reach and teach you, and to reach and preach to you. Preach not just in a spiritual sense, but preach in a addiction sense, in information that I find that is supplied to me by other doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, counselors. I will preach their information into you. I will teach and reach to you any information. We all have chapters in our book of life. I am at chapter 53. Every year is a chapter in our lives. Where are you? And once you have identified where you are, how are the chapters in your life going right now? Grant you, my chapters, probably from 18 till 51, were not that great. But they have become better. Our chapters have become better in our lives with the hope of educating ourselves as far as educating also our children by reaching and teaching them. Let today be the first chapter in your life that is better. Let today be that. Your life will get better if you start rewriting your chapters in your book of life. How do you do that, you might ask? First of all, you need to realize one thing. Do you have an addiction, drug and alcohol addiction? And if you do, can you physically, verbally, emotionally admit that, not just to yourselves, but to other people? If the answer is yes, congratulations. You are halfway towards your action plan towards recovery. If your answer is no, then you are going through a thing called denial. If the answer is yes, the other half is to finally reach up to your higher power and ask for guidance and direction. Let your guidance and direction, your higher power, help you, work with you, and coming up with an action plan for recovery. Action plans could be simple things like AA, treatment centers, my methods. Of all the action plans that are out there, all the different methods that are out there, all the different programs that are out there, two things have to be accomplished at the end. Sobriety and continuous working on helping other folks in recovery. It doesn't end with you. It didn't end with me, because I'm reaching out to you. And I hope and pray that you reach out to someone that might be brand new in recovery. Reach out to someone that is contemplating recovery. More importantly, when you look in the mirror, can you reach out to yourself if you're denying that you need to go into some sort of recovery? But let today, November 22nd, 2014, be the first day of a new chapter in your book of life. Take your life back today. But it all starts with you. You can talk to me anytime about anything in general and anything. Text me 631-599-0218. Call me 844-405-HELP. And let all of us, video land, telephone land, physical sense, let all of us work together on making this world a better world, but not only helping ourselves with our addiction, but helping others. When you help other people, believe it or not, you help yourself. When I first started doing these videos, it was under only one reason to do so. Because I felt by me doing these videos, by me doing the live interviews, that I would be helping myself constantly. 6 to 8 hours a day of pure addiction recovery for me. It is doing the videos, it's doing the editing, it's the talking about it, it's getting the information. There's a lot involved. It is not merely sitting in a classroom atmosphere for an hour, hour and a half a day, and then going home and not even thinking about my disease called alcoholism. It is continuously being brought up by me. No one has to bring it up to me. It is me that generates my own awareness. And therefore, when I generate my own awareness, I generate it to you, because I do these videos, I do the live interviews, I do the phone interviews. That is how I help others. And when you get to that point, you will see your self-esteem will lift. You will feel better knowing that you are making a difference on this earth. Tonight when you go to bed, right before you get to your bed, I guarantee you're either wearing shoes, sneakers, or slippers. And I guarantee you're going to take them off. And I probably would guess that you usually put them by the edge of your bed. Tonight, I ask of you to put your shoes, sneakers, or slippers under the bed. Push them under your bed. And when you do that, you are forced tomorrow morning to go on your knees to get them from underneath your bed. And when you do, thank the Lord Jesus that you have another day on this earth that you can breathe. Remember, there's someone on this earth that is breathing for the last time. Every breath you take, there's somebody taking their last breath. There's someone that's closing their eyes for the last time for every time you open your eyes. I heard something during a graduation ceremony yesterday about a person that just graduated from nursing school, and she said something that really hit home. That being a nurse, she gets to see the eyes of a brand new baby opening up the first time, and she's part of a human closing their eyes for the very last time. Think about that, folks. That is how precious life is. And isn't it great that you have the opportunity today, November 22nd, 2014, to change your own life while you still can? That is the whole purpose of these videos. That is the whole purpose of people like me and Dr. Luis Gonzalez and thousands of other addiction recovery coaches, to make you aware of the dangers of drugs, the repercussion of drug abuse. It is our job to do that. But not only as an addiction recovery coach, it is my job as a soldier of God to bring awareness. So again, to reach and teach is my mission, and to reach and preach is my mission. That is how we all work together. Let the sunshine into your heart and your home, and you will get nothing but positive results. Eliminate the negative people around you. Remember, those people that tell you you're no good, that you're worth nothing. Those people are the people you need to avoid, because you are worth everything to God. He created you, and He can change you. All you need to do, if you have that addiction, is to admit you have an addiction and seek Him. Let today, November 22nd, be the first day of your new life. Let the sunshine into your heart and your home, positive results. And remember, a sober today, I guarantee you, will give you a positive tomorrow. Folks, I hope each and every one have a great weekend, but more importantly, have a sober weekend. And let me, Ralf Friedrichs, help take you and your life back. Come back from the addiction side. Let me help you take your life back. Contact me, 844-405-HELP. God bless you.
Many have come to see the light. Many just walk away. Of the ones who choose to fight, their hope is not in vain. Some vow to tear the gospel down, shape it to their need. And all the while your voice cries out to me, 'cause they don't understand. Still love endures time and again, that we may believe. Come, the harvest is at hand, but the laborers are few. How will they know and ever understand the truth? The choice is up